Let's start where we always start. Unfortunately, it was a good stretch. We were getting some Warriors wins. They was playing good basketball. Still not playing bad basketball, but tough loss today. Um, any initial thoughts?
Oh man. The fourth quarter was just bad.
Yeah,
And just like that last six, once it got to like I think it was 6 minutes and 40 seconds, it was bad. Yeah, I think Kuminga ended up getting benched the rest of the game.
yeah.
Um,
I'll talk
wasn't
about him.
necessarily all his fault, but it was just I don't know. These rotations are very weird, and I think it's showing.
Yeah,
It's I don't know. It's just
yeah,
after you see how Moody guarded Brunson last game and kind of
yeah.
just put out like the blueprint like of how to guard Jalen Brunson to
Hmm.
come in the next time we play them less than a month later and
Yeah.
only play 8 minutes and still do as much as Wiggins and Potts both did combined just
Hmm.
overall like I don't know. It's just tough to look at for me seeing Moody with 8 minutes and then Paz and Wiggins with over 25 minutes. But what did Paz have? Like 2 and 2. Wiggins didn't really.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to pull it up right
I
now.
need to pull up the stats.
Yeah, no, Wiggins went 2 for 9. Moody went or not Moody. I'm sorry. Wiggins went 2 for 9. Podz went 0 for 2. How many? Yeah, 7 points combined. Podz didn't score at all.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
just it
I
was
don't know. It's hard when you have a player who helped you win a championship already, just like
yeah,
sitting there who's already proved himself. And I know I
yeah,
talk about Moody a lot, but it's just watching it live, just like, okay, bro, people have figured pods out, and that can be
yeah,
hard for a rookie to adjust to in his first year. It's like, okay, it's time for him to get in the lab, get ready for these adjustments next season. You can't
yeah.
expect it to happen this season. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's what happens in the NBA. People figure you out pretty quick. The scouting reports, like now you're on the scouting report, it's a whole different game. And you will figure if anybody should know that, it's Steve Kerr
Yeah,
and the coaching staff, whatever it may be. It's just
yeah. It's just
I don't
not.
know. I don't. We're just giving up games that I feel like we could win with simple. Even if we look trash, like with that was still a winnable game. They were
Yeah,
hanging in the game still
yeah. And it
with
was just right there.
that last 7 minutes looking terrible. Still, we're finding a way to keep themselves in the game, regardless of how bad it looked. And it's
Hmm.
I don't know. To me,
Yeah,
it comes down to coaching decisions, and at the end of the day, and yeah. What did
yeah.
Draymond do today?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with numbers. Just and it's just it was a rough night. It's just
Yeah.
I guess you're playing a good defensive team, but also you shouldn't struggle this much even against that good of a defense. Even Draymond 1 for 7.
Yeah.
Um, feel like Clay 6 for 15. It felt like he was the guy. I felt like he had it. That wasn't
Yeah.
struggling too much. He had 5 threes.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I think to the point. Your point with about Pods, it's in a weird place, and it's just kind of it's just been kind of bizarro world because it's like Steve Kerr never trusts a rookie like this, and it's just weird to see him hit a point that a lot of rookies hit. Like it's just NBA hard as hell, man. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna hit a stretch where it's gonna take a minute for you to get to what you can do, get to a place where you can do what you want to do night in and night out, and it's
Yeah.
just makes a lot of sense. Is why you don't start him because it's weird to bring him off the bench, but there's just I don't see the reason for him to still
Yeah.
be starting. I think he should
I
still
like
be,
him off the
yeah,
bench.
he should
I
still be
like him when
playing.
he's out
Yeah,
there with that bench unit. I
yeah,
like it. Like I
yeah,
like seeing him out there with Chris Paul,
yeah,
yeah, with CP Clay and then Trace
yeah.
too out there.
And
Just
that's the weird part because it is. Which Gary Payton, he had a rough night too. It was just a rough night all around in a lot of ways. But
yeah,
I guess he had a good numbers game. He had a couple of rough turnovers and fouls, but
yeah,
he probably makes the most sense just to slide into that spot. Doesn't really solve the shooting problem.
yeah.
But still, I think if you're trying to get similar energy, because I feel like I guess more the other way, Pods kind of slips into that spot. GP2's is pretty well on that bench unit. And I feel like
Hmm.
they still have pretty good success out there. That's the nice
Yeah,
thing about Chris, man. Chris seems to play well with pretty much anybody you put out there,
yeah,
and he tends to make it work. I was gonna say, yeah, you mentioned it earlier on, but just the Kuminga conversation. I don't know. I'm in such an interesting place with him.
yeah.
I feel like He's good. He's just really good. But I feel like you're seeing it. It's like, oh, he's in his third year in the league, and I feel like there's been a few games against really good defenses. The Pelicans, who I
Yeah.
want to talk about later, and the grit. Not the Pelicans. It was Denver. Denver really locked him up a couple weeks ago or a week or so ago. And he's had some of these moments like today in the fourth quarter where it's like, oh yeah, you're just trying to kind of head down to the rim and they walled
Yeah,
up and
man.
it's a
Yeah.
bad play or a turnover. He's kind of
Yeah.
committing a lot of tough fouls on the defensive end. Like gave
Hmm.
LeBron like the back to back and ones the other day on Saturday
Yeah.
against LA. Had another bad foul today. Felt like kind of bullshit. But just some again two bad turnovers like late in like just a crucial stretch. It was like they had cut it to 4, had a chance to cut it to 2, but Draymond dropped the ball out of bounds or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I pushed to 7. I thought he came back in, it was around 7 or 9. He just had a few pretty bad plays to push the lead back up. And
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, it took him out one time where he took him out. You kind of understood what Kerr was going for. But it's just that thing
Hmm.
you're saying where it's just, I don't know what Moody got to do or not do or
Yeah.
why he exists in the main. There's a lot of players. I get it. I think it's
Yeah.
just, I guess right now it's the Pods, and it's a lot to balance, but I feel like the Pods minutes makes the most sense. And again, not to not play him, but just
Yeah.
probably don't need to
But,
feature him as much as they have been the last,
yeah.
recently, the way he's been playing the last couple weeks.
Yeah. Wiggins, I don't know what happened to Wiggins' speed. Like it was just you
That
see the
fast
fast
break,
break?
yeah, it
I
was
was
again because
like,
it was just
bro,
he had it the other day. I'll never remember that shit happened the other day where it was like a 2-on-none, but that nigga somehow got caught and like had to shoot free
yeah,
throws because he got fouled. It felt like that shit again, and it was just
yeah.
like
I was like,
I had
bro,
that.
and then missed the free throw. I was like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
just 3 points.
he's been so weird, man. I don't know
Yeah,
what to do with him or even what to project for him, like game to game, or even just going forward, what his role is going to be. Because
yeah,
it's probably never
yeah.
going to be what it was before. But I can't imagine it's just like this for the rest of it. I don't know though.
Yeah.
It's
Can
been
you
a
scroll
weird.
down real quick?
Yeah,
Mm,
looking for a
7. Yeah,
movie.
7 minutes here.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's just you can find him more, man. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm starting to come around. Starting to come around on Chase. Or
Trace,
not Trace, yeah, on,
Trace.
on Trace.
Yeah.
Like he's actually pretty good, man. Or it seems like he's gonna fit really well. He's got really good chemistry with Clay. Chris
Yeah.
knows how to use him.
Got Clay throwing the lobs. I didn't know Clay had
Yeah,
this in him like that.
I was I was low key mad at Chris Paul for a second at the start of that possession because I felt like he could have pushed and like got a quick like slip screen with Trace and got the lob, but he just old man shit took his time. But then that was a play where he had Clay run off of his shoulder, like kind of type shit for the handoff type
Yeah.
shit, and it led for the lob. Like
Hmm.
Chris Paul kind of just set up the perfect situation where Clay just
Yeah.
catch the ball, toss the lob. That shit was nice,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, their chemistry is really it's really crazy
Yeah.
to see. It happened really fast too. I feel like as soon
Hmm.
as Trace started playing as soon as they got on the court together, they started to find that connection. There's a Trace. Do you see the Trace had the play today where he had like seemed like a wide open dunk and kicked it out to Clay in the corner for the 3.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a
Yeah.
funny one. Just worked out, hit it.
Went 9 for 9. What is that? He had 9 rebounds. Is that the
Yeah, 9
nine
rebounds,
boards?
2 assists, uh, 3 blocks. Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's out here,
Yeah.
man. They found a guy finally. I feel like they've been looking. It's funny they found somebody to do what they wanted James Wiseman to do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just 6'7". But I mean, it could work. It
that's
could.
how it goes with the Warriors. It can never be an actual tall person. It's got to be a
Yeah.
guy that you're asking. 6'9",
Six
gosh,
nine. He
that's
don't look sick,
wild.
and he don't look
Yeah,
6'9"
no, I was
either.
gonna say, man, that's a
Absolutely.
Warrior center. That's what he
Yeah.
looks like. Um,
How do you feel like his interior defense is actually like? Like I don't really watch enough to like really. But like,
he
do you think it's gonna be
feels
a problem or like?
he feels like the average rookie. Like it's not good, but it's not like bad in the way where it's like I'm worried for the future. He's just bad because it's a hard thing to learn in the NBA. So like you
Yeah.
see bigs all the time, right? I feel like young bigs, it's the balance of like closing out on the floater without giving up the wide open like put back dunk for the offensive rebound shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just like little shit like that, the balance of contesting, getting back, what your job is, and like
yeah,
he looks lost at times like doing that, but like every first year center looks lost at times doing that. But he hasn't. He's had moments like he's confident contesting at the rim, the 3 blocks against Giannis, like, and that's the whole thing.
yeah,
Develop a reputation early on as a guy that can block people around the rim. That always just makes it easier for you as time goes. So I think
yeah.
he projects to be solid, man. I think bottom like baseline is like a JaVale McGee type, which isn't good, but that's like
Hmm.
baseline. That's like worst case scenario. I think at the progression rate he's going, like he's definitely got
Yeah.
room to like be a average above average. Like definitely good for a starting center on a Warriors type team or a good third big, like second or third
Hmm.
big to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody to take whatever Looney used to give us. I wonder if Looney's gonna find a bounce back at some point. Might be the
Mhm.
end of the road. Anything else? I feel like talk about the Kuminga thing, but yeah, I want to see. It's part of his development. Like he's got to learn to be bad in these moments.
Yeah.
He's got to have the moments of being bad, and he's just young and he hasn't been featured like late in games. Like the point, like, oh yeah, this team just kind of needs you to score, so they're a possession where you got to go try to create a bucket, and it's leading to
Yeah.
it's like leading to turnovers, but like compounding plays. Like it's not just a missed shot; it's like a missed shot
Yeah.
that leads
The
to
missed
points. And
shot, then the
yeah,
foul. Yeah,
yeah,
then the fouls. Yeah, he got
yeah,
a few of those today. It's like,
yeah.
all right, yeah.
It stacks. It stacks quickly. I have the LeBron game in my mind, which is like it's a tough one. It's funny to see him and LeBron check in at the same time, but it's just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, LeBron got the better of that matchup for a bit, so I think he kind of got benched at the end in that one too,
Yeah.
or at least came out for a minute, maybe came back in. But
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see he's on all on a good track. If there's a year to do it, it's the year that they're playing. See to kind of just take the lumps of what John Kuminga in clutch time might look like while he's still figuring it out. But
Yeah.
it's been interesting to watch. He needs to get a little better feel. Um, he's getting there though. He's gonna be fine. Anything else from the
Man, what
Warriors?
where are we? What's the
Yeah, I'm trying to think anything goes. Oh, I was gonna say Jalen Brunson's really good, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can't gauge the range on it because it is just he's small. He doesn't. Yeah, there's kind of a level to it, but like he's really fucking good. I kind of want to see what the
Yeah.
limit is. Playoffs in the East gonna be funny.